Meanwhile, China is unable to turn its fortunes. The bad news continues to trickle in. Foreign investment in China continues to plummet. In the first 3 months of 2024, FDI in China dropped by 56%. That's foreign direct investment, 56% down. From January to March this year, China received just a little over $10 billion as FDI. This is a new low for the world's second largest economy. Although experts say they saw this coming. The signs of weakness were visible last year as well. And how much FDI did China get in 2023? Just $33 billion. Their lowest amount in 30 years. Seems like in the first quarter of 2024, China's situation has not improved. And this is despite Xi Jinping's personal efforts. He tried to win over foreign investors in March. He met with top American business leaders. Beijing did not really reveal what Xi Jinping told them, but he is believed to have indicated that he is listening to the business community and that he appreciates their challenges. It hasn't helped, though. They don't seem to be convinced. Because China suffers a serious trust deficit. Investors do not trust it. America has sanctioned it. And now Europe is planning to act on Chinese imports. They want to impose more tariffs on Chinese goods. It's not just about the trade tensions. Investors have another problem with China. They do not feel safe there. Last year, China revised its anti-espionage law. The changes were broad and sweeping. It turned foreign businesses into targets for scrutiny. If you're a foreign worker in China and Chinese authorities find your activities suspicious, they could start investigating. If you're a Chinese worker and you work with a foreigner, the consequences could be even more serious. And these are not one-off cases. China has turned it into a mass campaign. Take a look at this. It's a poster promoting a hotline. It was put up on public transport across China. And what does the poster say? It carries a message for Chinese citizens. If they suspect someone in their community of being a spy, they can simply dial this number and lodge a complaint. China would come after them with full force of the law. Basically, snitch on your neighbor or anyone for that matter, and they're done for. This law has had a chilling effect on businesses. Last year, China raided a number of foreign firms, including consultancy firms like Capvision and Bain. Employees from a company called Mintz were detained. Mintz is an American due diligence firm. Even Japanese companies were targeted. In 2023, employees of drug maker Astellas were detained. And this crackdown is driving businesses away. Some companies have stopped operating in China. I'm talking about names like Forrester Research, the Vanguard Group, and Gallup. Last year, they closed all their offices in China. So it's not just about the money, it's also about the atmosphere. Investors are not optimistic about China. They feel it's risky, both for their business and for their employees. So they're pulling back. But Beijing seems to be ignoring the experts and doing what it does best, cover up the facts and manipulate data. Look at this report from last evening. China has restricted access to live trading data of foreign investors at the Hong Kong exchange. So now, when foreign investors buy and sell shares at this exchange, the live data of their trade will not be accessible. What does Beijing hope to achieve with this? You see, live data helps traders in making real-time decisions. When they see foreign investors selling their Chinese shares, and that too in large volumes, they can react as well. Some of them can choose to sell their holdings, and this could lead to mass sell-offs. And that is what China is trying to avoid. So it is blocking access to data. Since the pandemic, foreign investors have been fleeing the Hong Kong markets. Together, Chinese and Hong Kong shares have lost almost $5 trillion in value, $5 trillion in just the last 3 years. In January alone, stocks listed in Hong Kong were trading at a discount of 36%. China has been trying to prop up its markets and shore up foreign investment. But at this rate, it's turning into a losing battle.